Welcome. This video is on a bowling score sheet developed in Microsoft Access using no VBA code. I'll start by scoring a game and explaining what's going on. So if this was a split, you can double click that field and it'll mark it as a split. Zeros or gutter balls or misses get converted automatically to a dash. So the way I built this was I made a text box for the score of each frame, text 1, text 1A, and text 1B for each ball, and the total for each frame. And of course, 3 balls in the 10th frame. So if 1A is not null and 1B is not a spare, it's going to equal text A, 1A plus text 1B. So if it's an open frame, it's just going to total the 2 balls. If text 1B is a spare and 2A is not null, it's going to count 10 for the spare plus 2A, which was the next ball. If text 1B is a spare and text 2B is like a strike, it's going to count 10 for the spare plus 10 for the strike. If 1B is like a strike and 2B is like a strike and 3A is not null, it's going to count 10 plus text 3A. So 10 for the strike, 10 for the next ball, and whatever 3A was for the next ball. So basically, you just need an if statement for each possibility of the frame. Going into the second frame, the formula changes a little bit because now it's going to add the previous frame and the balls and whatever from the next frame. But same idea, you just have an if statement for each possibility. In the 10th frame, if the first ball and the second ball are strikes, you're going to get 10 plus the third ball. But if you mark it as if 1 and 2 are strikes, total 1, 2, and 3, then if 1, 2, and 3 are strikes, you're going to put 10 plus 10 plus 10. But if 1 and 2 are strikes and you total the 3, now you have 2 statements that are true, so you're going to have a conflict. So you have to have if 1 is a strike and 2 is a strike and 3 is not a strike, total 10 plus this field. If 1, 2, and 3 are all strikes, total 10 plus 10. But you have to have that third part of the statement, that if the third one is not a strike. Otherwise, if you're going by the first 2 being strikes to add 10, and the field, the first 2 are strikes, whether only the 2 are strikes or if all 3 of them are strikes. So you have to narrow it down as best possible so that you don't end up with double true statements. So going back to 1A, the first ball, if you look at the event procedures, on double click, okay, if 1A, that's the text box behind the text box. If it's null and 1A equals 7, or if 1AO is null and text 1A equals 8, then set the value of 1AO to that circle. That's the circle around the split. If text 1AO is not null, that means if it's already an O for a split, then make it null. That's if you want to take the split out. The after update, if 1A is 0, then set 1AO to that dash. The way I got the total was with a switch statement showing if text 2 is null, the total is going to equal text 1. If text 3 is null, the total is going to enter text 2. So it basically just shows the total of the last frame that's being totaled. So as it moves up, it's chasing it up to the last frame that has a total. So the table design looks like this. It has 1A, 1B, and 1. Each ball and the total for the frame, for each frame. Then behind that, each one has a 1AO, 1BO, 2AO. That's the field that gets the dash and the split O. If you have any questions on any of the functions of the program, message me or comment below. Thank you for watching.